Hello and welcome to Fun Factory Gaming. During a private presentation, I had the chance to delve into Assassin's Creed Shadows and explore the alternative gameplay options offered by the two protagonists. This could potentially be the most brutal installment in the series yet. Initially, I wasn't reassured to learn that Ubisoft Quebec, the team behind Odyssey, which I really disliked, is leading the production of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Despite my reservations, I approached the presentation with an open mind and ended up more intrigued than before. The two characters make sense. The game has become more brutal, and Naoe is reminiscent of Sam Fisher from 16th century Japan, capable of hanging from ceilings to ambush enemies. The environmental destruction has also seen significant improvements. If any of this piques your interest, I encourage you to see the rest of this video. Shadows is set in late 16th century Japan, during the Azuchi Momoyama period. The story follows Japan's first unification process amidst increasing foreign influences. We will follow the unique stories of two characters whose destinies, or rather, Ubisoft's narrative choices will bring them together for a shared purpose. Naoe is a shinobi, a nimble woman who blends into the crowd, fights from the shadows, and resolves situations cautiously. She can hide in bushes, crawl through low grass, extinguish lights, and move to strategic positions using a grappling hook. She can even set traps for opponents by hanging from ceilings. Alongside Naoe is Yasuke, a true-blooded samurai. While some might debate the historical accuracy of an African samurai, the developers explain that Yasuke is a historical figure significant enough to be included in the chronicles, yet with enough gaps to allow for creative liberties. Yasuke, viewed as an outsider, earns respect with his status and huge size. In the game, he can wield a katana in combat, but causes the most havoc with a kanabo. His presence causes villagers to scatter as he walks through the streets. The two characters complement each other perfectly, as demonstrated in the gameplay showcase. Naoe climbs walls to bypass closed doors, while Yasuke, unable to perform the same parkour moves due to his heavy armor, simply smashes through them. Yasuke represents a straightforward approach, charging forward and taking down enemies, while Naoe employs stealth but can also handle herself in a fight. In addition to basic combat mechanics, the game introduces a new feature reminiscent of Ghost of Tsushima. Our protagonists assume a proper stance with a katana, freeze, and deliver a powerful blow to the opponent. While both characters can perform this attack, only Yasuke, as a true samurai, can combine them into combos. The developers aim to provide players with freedom of choice. Certain scenarios might be more suitable for one character over the other, but players are free to choose their approach. The weather can significantly influence these decisions. During the presentation, we saw a mission solved in 3 ways stealthily, as Naoe at night, openly as Yasuke during the day, and again as Naoe during an approaching storm, where she no longer hid in the shadows. Weather conditions are meant to be random, not assigned to specific missions, although some quests might require unique weather for the intended effect used. Additionally, the game features changing seasons, initially subtle but eventually noticeable as players progress through the game. While I haven't seen the seasons in action, I observed different weather conditions which seem to work well. Rain left puddles reflecting the world. The thunder of a storm was chilling, and the heat of the day was palpable. The opening sequence set in Tamba province impressed me. It appeared as though the developers had fine-tuned the Anvil engine, making the world look more realistic. Though the realism diminishes when NPCs are close, the overall scenery, especially the land of cherry blossoms, is breathtaking. Combat brutality is a notable aspect. Remember Valhalla's powerful finishers? Shadows tightens this even further, with exaggerated ragdoll effects and clear decapitations. Weapons significantly impact the environment. Yasuke's kanabo and Naoe's kusarigama cause more destruction than before. Cliched moves, like assassinations through washy walls, fulfill the fantasy of being a true ninja. Naoe's kunai allows for range devastation, while Yasuke's arquebus ensures he isn't defenseless from afar. The developers claim Shadows is the next evolutionary step for the series. Just as Origins was a leap forward from Syndicate and Valhalla expanded on Odyssey, This installment aims to be another milestone, attracting millions of players. There are still many unknowns, such as details about our hideout, which we can manage and customize. The game map is expected to be of a similar size to what we know from Origins, but I have also heard that while it's currently the only map in the game, it may not necessarily be the only map in the future, which of course suggests additional content introducing new regions, which is nothing new in the series and it usually costs some extra few bucks. While I'm more interested in the game than before, some aspects like the superhuman abilities of the characters still concern me. After Odyssey, I have reservations about Ubisoft Quebec, but I'm temporarily giving them the benefit of the doubt. The Japanese setting, while not particularly appealing to me, is something fans have longed for, raising expectations for the game's quality. In November, we will see if the studio meets these expectations or if players should wait for the next installment.
No one will see me coming.
They will not stand a chance. But be careful in there.
Don't worry, I won't be alone. It'll be me and the shadows.
In the shadows. To serve the light.
Having all this in consideration, and recognizing that Assassin's Creed Shadows didn't impress me that much, my preview rating will be a 6 out of 10 points. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing to be informed about future videos.